Hello, everyone, and welcome to Combined Operations. We have been gone for some months now. I think it's about 6 months since we last did a podcast, but we're back now, and we've got some new crew, some new people bringing some new ideas and their thoughts on various things. Hopefully, you've missed us and our ramblings. But we're back. It's going to be a different format now. We're going to be doing just sort of these live YouTube hangouts rather than going into podcast form. Mainly that's because me and Kieran are still doing the Three Swords podcast, and that uses up most of our sort of allotted bandwidth on the hosting sites, and we don't want to be paying paying for any more at the moment. But we'll see how it goes. If this gets, if we get popular again, if it starts getting more views and things, we may switch to the podcast format again and actually start paying for the extra streaming. But yeah, we're just gonna have a chat basically today. Me and Chris, gonna get Chris to introduce himself in a minute, and basically chat about what's going on. If I constantly look over my shoulder, it's because my TV's there, which has got my screen on it. But I'm going to be doing some painting while we're chatting, and I'll be showing you stuff as we go along. But yeah, so we are back. Chris, you can come and introduce yourself now.
That's nice of you. Thank you. Yeah, Chris Versey. Some of you guys will know me who listen to this. Run Vital Ground Wargaming. We do some tournaments and bits and pieces, and we've been involved in Bolt Action quite a bit recently, posting stuff up, but starting involved in this now with a wider range of games and gaming types, and discussing in general wargaming, I think, is my thing. Historical mainly, but yeah, a bit about me anyway.
Yeah, so I've known Chris for a few years now. He's always been around in the background of stuff, and it's nice to actually get him involved on the show, really, with Kieran doing other bits and pieces.
Yeah, with Father Kieran doing other bits and pieces. But yeah, I've been back in the background doing lots of harebrained ideas, haven't I, for many years. I think our first conversation was about Bolt Action Falklands. I think was our first conversation at a Premier Inn pub.
Yeah,
The Gathering 2, I think it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember when it was. Like the actual. I remember.
I'm trying to work out when it was, because it's confusing me. It was version 2 had just come out, hadn't it? We didn't switch through it, which he wanted to stick with version 1 because we knew it, but it was coming out it'd come out about a week or two before. Because
that's right. Yeah.
I didn't. The only reason I say that is because when I did my army build on Easy Army, it had gone to inches. But fortunately, I had a PDF of the old one with the old D6 HE on it. That's how I remember it. But it was that long ago, really. So it was not this. Actually, it would have been last year, or the year before, wasn't it? In Birmingham.
It's been that long.
It's been a long time. So we had our. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a while. Huh? So you've been up here once, haven't you? I'm threatening to go to the southwest, you guys, and
obviously we met several places in the middle since.
Nottingham for a Test of Honour.
Not really in the middle, but
well, a bit closer to me, really. In all fairness, and then well, we've met at Nottingham twice, haven't we? Because we met the first time for those who will not be mentioned tournament, and then we met for a Test of Honour as well, and plenty of chit chat since on.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the last time we've gone a week without speaking. To be fair,
stop it, man! You make me fill up.
Yeah, well, yeah, the missus gets jealous.
Well, yeah, Annette off Nass. My wife's Annette off Nass. You speaking to your boyfriend tonight? So yeah, chit chatting with you guys and different game systems and different conversations about different things. So yeah, it's good.
Which is basically why you're here now, because I have more conversations probably with you about gaming than most other people at the moment. So who better to get on and actually just do it live and get some other people involved as well.
It's been a funny journey. Former fantasy player and frustrated historical player, because I never had anybody to play against. And I didn't really get back into it, the hobby, until I got a surprise Christmas present, which is I bought Action Army, a German one. The wife bought it for us and said, "Now go and find something to play." So I started at my local town from here, big town. There was a club there, but it was very 40k orientated, like a lot of them are. But there was one or two guys there, and I met a guy called Luke Verity through that, who me and him have played ever since, really. And we've got more people involved in a bigger community of 60 to 70 people in the Facebook group we have. It's gone from strength to strength, but my journey's really started to bring me a bit in a circle, a bit back to the historical and away from, I don't know, I don't want to label it power gaming, but less, what do you call metagaming, but more kind of, this is the historical army rather than this is how to get the best out of your army. As in, you have a flamethrower, you always have a pioneer team, you always have this level of HE, you always have ARs, that kind of thing, dropping that and going back to kind of what feels more right from the point of view of fluff or history, from my point of view. That's probably why the games I'm starting to get more involved in is that as well, really.
Yeah, obviously you've made what was I say? You made a new pre-order recently as well, haven't you?
Yeah, Saga 2. I threatened myself. I kind of said to myself, stop buying skirmish games, I think was the thing, but it was just too good. And I watched some videos of it, watched some guys play it. Love the mechanic of the dice in that as well. Strange, I love mechanics of dice to get things going. Just liked the idea of it. Love the Dark Ages. It's my kind of historical period, that late Roman, early Dark Age thing. It's just, that's great. With a dad who's a history teacher, it's and a Roman nut as well, like on Rome. And Hadrian's Wall is a constant trip, so it's always been a thing. So I got Kings of War Historical, built a big Viking army, waiting around for an opponent to take on with that Viking army to a certain degree. Not many people kind of hooked up to it up here. It's the club I play at aren't really into it, and the shop doesn't really dig it. They don't dig it as much. They play some of the historical games, which I probably need to try and get more involved in, to play historical games. But Saga was just a guy came to me and said, "Do you fancy getting into Saga?" And I was like, "Yeah." I looked at it, watched a couple of videos, took the plunge. I'm 2 war bands in already, and I haven't even got the game yet. It doesn't come out to the 12th of Feb, so I'm doing really well. So again, though, this hobby, I mean, with Stranger, Tim mentioned it recently, said, has other systems took a hit because of the popularity of the new 40k, and I haven't seen it. I think with the historical games and these kind of sagas and bolt actions, when the minis been so cheap, and the availability of miniatures as well, and your choice of miniatures, I think they haven't took a hit because people can have that and still buy 40k and buy GW, and GW have made a massive thing about making everything a bit cheaper and a bit more accessible as well, haven't they? So
they've tried. They have tried.
I think we're trying, and I think it's a good thing. I think companies should watch out a bit more, because it's still quite an amateur industry in parts, isn't it? And once that big megalith of to push and pull and tug at things, they'll start pulling the gamers back in, I think. And I think that's where they're trying to do with some of their systems they've been bringing out. Not keen on some of them myself, not a big fan, not my thing, but totally understand how people will love it. Minis are fantastic, fluff is amazing, the whole history of the company as well and all the rest of it, and the Warhammer world and things is an amazing thing. But no, I don't think the systems have took a hit, because I think when you can get a warband from Gripping Beast for £22 and a set of dice for 12, and you're up and running more or less because your mate's got the rule book, you're golden, aren't you? Really, I think that's the best thing. I mean, and things like what you're doing right now, the Gangs of Rome stuff. I mean, that is just it's a great. I mean, Test of Honor, another one. cheap entry point, not much outlay, and you run
The discussion, actually, I wasn't having the discussion. There was a discussion on Facebook saying Gangs Rome is actually quite expensive to get into, and I was looking at it. I was like, So I think you can get a 5-man warband for about, I think it's £35 on the deal thing they've got, which they're metal figures. They come with optional weapons, optional heads, so they're not so you can build them differently. The models aren't busy rig, so you don't have to plan a head and arm them with whatever you want. You can literally make them rule of cool.
Yeah.
And I spent, what have I spent? I spent probably about, I think I ordered the 2-player starter bundle for like £75.
Yeah.
Rulebook, 10 minis, dice, tokens, etc.
Yeah, you mean a starter set's going to get a lot in, aren't you? So that's good, yeah.
Yeah. And I got, there's a Christmas present. I got this scenery bundle. Which
Who makes the scenery, by the way? Who's that?
Sarissa.
I thought it was, yeah.
And,
it's well made, then. Good stuff.
It's fantastic. It goes together beautifully. Once you realise you're putting, sticking stuff on the way around, that was my fault.
That's the way you do MDF buildings, isn't it? You always stick the gable end the wrong way around, don't you?
Well, I was looking at it, and I foolishly posted on Facebook before I sort of had a look at the instructions myself, or not the instructions, just had a little. I looked on the photos online, and then I realised what I'd done, but I'd already posted on Facebook saying, "Is this the wrong way around, or is it just me?" And obviously, I got a few responses. So it was just me, my mistake. Sorry, Steve from Sarissa. But yeah, no, they're brilliant. I'll grab my camera. I'll show what I've been working on.
Yeah.
So annoyingly, I haven't actually got any of the gang models yet because I missed the delivery. Typical.
Yeah.
It arrived yesterday. Well, I assume it's them. It was that, or it's some demons for.
The only day you work, the only day of the week you actually do some work and you miss the delivery. It's shocking, mate.
Yeah, exactly. But I've got the scenery bundle and I've bought some other bits since. So I'm gonna have to watch my TV as I do this now. So I'm working on basic construction site.
Yeah.
So I've got these 4 ruined wings. They're pretty scrappy paintwork at the minute. I'm working on it. I've got some carts and some ladders there. Separately, I bought this little slave market set. So you've got the cage and you've got the podium stage thing, and you've got some mob minis. So these are just civilians.
You need some buxom. You need some buxom slaves now, mate. That's what you need. Just to upset every thief.
Just to fill this cage up.
Yeah. Just fill it to the brim. Just with like.
I'm just gonna pour them in there.
Just pop them in from the top, yeah. Just upside down. So, is that a big base? Is that a big base? One of those crowd bases?
Oh yeah. Yep. So this is the mob base.
Yeah.
So these mobs. Hang on, let me grab a few figs.
It's got a bit of a So is that what I heard somebody saying in the shop about this? Is that you can actually insert somebody in there, like one of your figures, and they can hide almost in the crowd.
So yes. So this is your mob base.
Assassin's Creed style kind of feel to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, one of the cool little rules. I'll put this back now. I've got some scaffolding up there as well.
Yeah, you've been sure.
There's my unclean one at the back there. So
yeah, I've seen a picture of that. You were comparing that to something that you shouldn't have, mate. I'm sorry, that's just.
It's as big as my girlfriend's head.
Surprised you haven't got a black eye for that, but it's beside the
point. She normally is. So I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so blending. Yeah, so basically, your gang members, as an action, can walk up to the crowd and disappear. Basically, you take them off the table, and then in your next turn, when you activate them again, they can appear, but they can appear out of any mob that's on the table. So
cool.
if you think you've got six of these, you have. I think 6 is the number they sort of recommend. Wandering around the table because they move randomly.
Yeah.
You could disappear one side of the table and the next time pop out the other side of the table for like a sneak attack or whatever it is you want to do. But
or sitting there until
it's a nice
the
little
mob randomly moves to where you want it to be as well. Oh, cool. Right.
Yeah, I've forgotten what the rules. I'm pretty sure there's rules for like the opponent can like force you out and stuff. But
I've heard you can get ejected, I think, can't you? Almost by the crowd itself as well, can't you? You're not one of those kind of thing and chucked out of it. Yeah.
I really like Gangs of Rome caught me. The few of its mechanics being really, really intelligent. So there's things like the mobs move around. It's like a living, they're part of the game. You can climb anything, pretty much anything you want. You can, jump over stuff, and every character you get is unique. So when you buy a blister pack with your fighter in it, you're never going to get the same one as someone else.
There's some kind of algorithm, isn't it, running to give like unique combinations each time, isn't it? So it doesn't matter if you get the same blister as your friend, as you say, you get a different.
You get a different fighter,
a different profile.
And so, this is, I think, a lot of people have got sort of frustrated on the Facebook group a little bit when because they're saying like, oh well, what if I want this fighter or what if I want that fighter? It's like you can't get him. If your mate's got him, that's it. The chances of there being another exact same one is some ridiculous odds.
Is it going to start a trading thing, though, do you think?
Well, there's already a trading group set up.
Like a card trading system where you're going to start pushing up, like, this is my card, offer something with the stats where they want it, because that's a kind of element to gaming I've seen a lot more of recently, is that there seems to be a lot more games of a card
I don't think that
element.
I certainly don't think that's what they want it to be. But in terms of trading, because with each fighter as well, you get. See, I haven't got any fighters to actually show you this, but with each fighter, I think you get 4 item cards, and those items they're set 4 items. So each 4 items comes on a little. You get a token for it as well, and those tokens you're always going to get the same 4. If you get that 4 and you get the same 4, you're never going to get a mixture like 2 of the same. So there's 10 different sets of 4 items, and I think this is again where they sort of caused a little bit of problems in the Facebook group, is that they labeled them common, uncommon, and rare.
Oh, so it's got okay.
That's an in-game term. It's not that it's rare to find in the blister pack. It's that in the game you can only have one of them.
Ah, right. So it's kind of like
it's a rare item in game. So and that's caused a lot of people sort of been complaining that it's rare. My mate he'll get one because he's bought 10 blister packs and I've only bought 5, and I'll be at a disadvantage. There's so many conversations have been spent on that Facebook group of the Andy or Adam basically having to explain it's not rare as in you're not likely to find it. It's rare in that it's an item that would be rare to have in the streets of Rome. So
yeah. Your Pelam's rare, but it's not a rare thing to makes sense.
Exactly. But no, they've got some really cool mechanics to the game, and I've committed myself to playing it now because obviously I'm even paying terrain for it, and that is.
Well, I know I've been quite impressed with the productivity actually. Every time you talk to me, I'm like, blooming heck, he's done more.
I think everyone is shocked.
Everyone, every last person.
Everyone I know is shocked that I'm painting terrain, because I've got a cupboard full over there of wood. Well, plain MDF, shall we say?
It smells nice, doesn't it?
I love the smell of it.
Yes, every show you go to nowadays smells of like kind of singed wood. But
Speaking of shows, we've got our local one coming up next. Not this weekend, next weekend.
Ooh, which one's that?
Plymouth Association of Wargames.
Oh, so is it popular? Do you get some? Obviously, you get what?
It's I went last year. It was quite it's reasonably small.
Yeah, because we have Battleground up here in the north. It's run by
I don't know. I haven't once. Yeah, I've not really done enough of the smaller ones to compare it.
Yeah, because that's quite a large one, and I get quite a lot of the main manufacturers there. You get Ainsley and you get Budden, and I'm trying to think who it's run by. It's run by one of us miniature manufacturers who's based up here. I can't think who it is now. Forgot the name. Anyway, I want to say Pendragon, but I don't think it is. But anyway, but yeah, that's quite a popular one. There's another couple, but the big one coming up was York. Everybody's banging on about in Feb, going to that one.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
Begins with V, and I can't. Yeah. The shop's got a demo this Sunday of Wild West Exodus.
See, now that is something I looked at a while ago. I've even got some books for it. I've got some of the background fluff.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not
that caught me.
It's not me, to be honest with you, but it's quite good. The shop's got a demo, guys. The guys who kind of coming to the shop and showing it off, so it's good. But it's it. It's
but
I think the guys who are looking at it, it's my thing is a little bit is hooking me up to it to a degree. I mean, you show me a sort of a Viking or a Saxon, I'm all over it. Or a German Panzer Grenadier, but other stuff I do struggle a little bit with. I got a demo of Malifaux. Like the idea, kind of it, but I'm struggling with getting into it to understand which one to pick, which suits me, suits me as a player, not necessarily as a most powerful thing, but something I'm going to connect with and go, oh, I like that because I like that gear, you know. It's like my armies, man. I've had Japanese, I've had all sorts of different bolt action armies, and in the end, it comes down to I like British paratroopers. Those crazy footsaws I got, which are all done up now into like a Dad's Army style thing, and I like my Germans, I like my German Panzer Grenadiers. Beyond that, Free French, got a bit of fluff there, I like that, but it's a bit of a side army. But I struggle with getting into other things like US Paras or US Marines, especially Pacific stuff. I can't get into that at all. I just don't get it. I don't get the thing. I don't know. Maybe it's not close enough to me or books I've read. But I think that's where I've been sort of tainted by Band of Brothers and stuff. But no, I think a game nowadays will have to kind of hook me up. I'm going to get a demo of Guild Ball.
Yes. Love Guild Ball.
Yeah, you rave about it to me. You were telling me about it, and I was thinking, and I'm not being funny. This is just saying this because I'm talking to you. But if you say something's good, I generally have a good look at it before I decide it's not for me or it is for me. I would have gone, okay, I won't bother necessarily putting any kind of effort into it or outlay. But you reckon it's good, so I'm gonna have a good demo of it and give it a good go.
I haven't played it for a while, but that's only because the people I played it with, I moved away, and I haven't really made that much of an effort to play it more recently because I've had other stuff on my plate. But I was meant to be going to a tournament, but unfortunately it didn't have enough players, so it got cancelled.
That's a shame. I hate hearing that. I hate hearing when somebody's organised, because I do organise tournaments, and I hate hearing about when people don't get enough players. What do you call ChillCon struggled, the boat action one. I don't think we're doing one this year now. Last year we only had 6 players last year.
Oh yeah,
it's a shame. I was aware because Luke won it last time. I said it must have been a poor show. It must have been a poor bunch of.
Someone like Luke can win it.
Anything. Yeah. See on Saturday how he gets on, because he's usually near the top, so it'll be interesting.
Oh yeah, I think he's third last.
Yeah. Well, yes, because I think you pipped him for second, didn't you? Because you won your game and George won his. George beat Luke. It was kind of by far the best one we've done, even though I've only done another 2 since then of different systems and another bot auction and a test of honor and stuff. By far the best one was the 600 point early war one because we got 4 games in a day. Nice early war armies stuff, and everybody. I think everybody won a game. I think because we had 4 rounds, everybody had a chance of winning a game. I think only one person didn't. I think because the opponent, I can't remember what happened. I think somebody dropped out, and he had to go and pick his wife up. I think it was. Yeah. So we lost a player, and I think that's where he very sportingly said, "I won't play my game. You guys can play instead because you got more chance of getting up the further up the table," kind of thing. So he sat out with me, but he was on for winning our game during my day. So, and the armies were quite level, and that's why I'm a big fan of early war. I think is because of that. But yeah, it's a shame.
I'm trying to find something to get me back into bolt action at the moment. Not that I'm off it, but it's just I haven't played it in a while. I'm trying to find something. I've got an idea what might get me into it.
Yeah,
but yeah, well, it'll be a Kickstarter starting in a couple of days.
Ah, yes, from a good friend of ours. Yes, that may, if you get a chance, go and get the Road to Berlin book. It's a definite must if you're going to go there with that, because it is it's a grand little book actually. It's one of they've really pulled the stops out on those last campaign books, I think. Yeah, my favourite's still The Jewel of My Son. I love that one, but
so do I.
Yeah, it's just a great book that, because that's as much as I don't have desert armies, that's probably one of my favourite areas of that sort of.
I don't anymore, but I did.
Yeah, well, I got rid of my Brits.
I sold mine because obviously I had my camel riders, and then they nerfed cavalry. So,
well, I don't know. That army, that's the first army I saw. So I thought, wow, that's like totally out there. You know, it was just like, what a great army. That camel rider army you had is brilliant.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I see. When I first saw you come out with that, I was like, wow. And I think you actually sold it. Did you not sell it on that weekend? Did you not?
Yeah.
I thought you did.
I made it for that event.
Yeah. That's what a friend of mine's been threatening to do. Is like more of is actually to start building armies for tournaments, and then as a going concern at the tournament or just afterwards.
Yeah, it was quite nice actually. I got like second best theme for that army as well, and the one that beat me was Chris's, not you obviously. The
Sikhs, wasn't it?
Which was like his Sikhs ones, which I totally am cool with getting beat by that because his army was awesome and he spent a lot of time converting it up.
He did. He took my Desert Rats, Chris.
Yeah,
I put them up on the group and he went, "I'll have those." Boom, you have them, no problem. I'm glad we've gone to a good home and will get used.
Yeah, and that's what you want really. It's like that's what I'm trying
to.
I'm getting better at moving stuff on now that I'm not using. Like before, I'd hoard it, and then
I was and yeah, because I've already told you a story, but I'll tell a story online as well. That very first army I got, I painted in not a very good green colour because they were actually a certain type of German, and we had a camo, and we just sat in the corner because I got these late war winter Germans, and then I was a couple of riflemen shot for playing. Started playing a bit of Chain of Command, and obviously that's a very historically set game with set squads. And I had a couple of rifle shot, so I thought I'll buy some more from Artisan. But then I looked in the bottom corner, I thought, why don't I repaint those guys? The first army I ever had. And so I did. So what I did was I sorted all the metals, all the very first army I had out of it, took those out, and I had a load of plastic Panzer Grenadiers. I had so many. I mean, I think I had 63 plastic Panzer Grenadiers. So I gave him a quick felled grey colour, and I actually got rid of those. I was going to keep them. I thought I'll keep them as Volks Grenadiers, and I thought, no, Chris, clear the space. So my thing now is I've got a cabinet, which I'll show you one day, guys, and I'm only going to keep my army in that cabinet now. I'm only going to fill the cabinet full of bolt action. And that's
Nice.
all the space I have. I'm not allowed to keep more armies in that, which makes me play as well. So like this year's the year of the British Paratrooper. I've decided. Market Garden book's coming out soon, so my British Paras are going to be the army I play with.
Is it out soon or already out?
This year. Very soon. I want to say the end of Feb, because we were considering trying to line up a tournament to coincide with its release. We're probably not. One or two things just coming up, just people not being available, bits and pieces. I would like the next tournament to be doubles, where we make it desert themed, because we have been kind of sneak told at least that the next campaign book after Market Garden will be a Western desert themed one.
That's been leaked, hasn't it?
It has been leaked. So if that is the case, be interested to see if it comes out. If that is the case,
I'm pretty sure it is, because it was an Amazon sales thing, wasn't it?
Was it? I didn't know that. And just some people are telling me that it was being leaked somehow, so I didn't realize it was out.
Yeah, the Amazon get the thingy number, and they stick it on their website like for pre-order, even though it's not actually been announced.
Right, because I go for the Osprey website generally. I have that kind of favorited on the bolt action page, and I was nipping there to see what's coming out. I'm going to get Market Garden. Got to get that one. It looks a great book, and again another fantastic sort of motivation thing for me is the film, sort of Bridge Too Far and all that sort of thing as well. But yeah. So you have a new film as well, of course, the Pegasus Bridge film as well, coming out shortly as well. So
I'd actually forgot about that.
Yeah, which is kind of where I'm at the moment, because I've got my free French, and I have a tendency to go to charity shops a lot. Kids like getting bits and pieces, but I always look at the DVDs, because usually you get cheap kind of £1.50 DVDs, and I always pick up like Lethal Weapon or something, whatever, something just to go in my collection. And they had a film called Days of Glory. I don't know if you've seen it.
It rings a bell, but
yeah, it's a French film, subtitled war film. The only thing that going for it actually in colour rather than black and white, Chris. Well done, because subtitles and French films don't really go. She likes something a little bit more kind of mainstream. So I watched it, and it was basically the Algerian Free French kind of army, which basically liberated the south of France, right up to the German border, I do believe, in the end. But it was quite an interesting story, and had I can't pronounce the name of begin with G. Is it Gumi or I can't pronounce it. But we had all the different types of French unit there, and obviously the main French guys were dressed in US fatigues and everything, and US uniforms, because they were at that point more or less the same setup as Americans. But it made me straight away go find my Bulge book and look up the Free French late war list in there and start thinking about, is that something I could do next? Is that the next?
See, that's what
match.
That's what I mean. Just a bit of inspiration.
Yeah, something like that really inspired me. Really nice film. Quite saddening in that these guys were kind of colonials and kind of helped liberate France, and how they were treated by the end of it was basically as they used a term I don't think want to use over the internet for them, and basically sent them packing and didn't give them any of us to kind of. They were often the French sergeants and corporals were often promoted ahead of the more experienced Algerian soldiers and stuff like that. It was quite an interesting film, and it got me thinking. I watched it, and it got me really quite inspired to think, that's a good idea. But then, I don't know, I thought about it for a bit. I've been thinking about it, and maybe that's a tournament army I could do in the near future, to run a kind of mixed free French army. We're using that late Bulge, because it's on easy army, so you can it's quite straightforward. Most people accept it when it's on easy army. So
I watched a decent film a little while ago. It was, I want to say Polish, but I don't think it was. It was basically like stopping the Blitzkrieg, and it was like just a bunch of guys on bikes with machine guns and rifles,
It was Dutch. It's a Dutch film. I'm sure.
Yes, it is Dutch. You're right.
Yeah, it's Dutch. Yeah, and I don't
And
know
it
the
was
name.
brilliant.
Yeah,
It was
get all the
absolutely brilliant. I loved it.
Yeah.
That was enjoyable. See, that almost made me sort of get up and do something else. So I don't get to bike.
Well, if you want some Dutch, I've got a little pile of Dutch in through there. I'll send them down with the box of Test of Honor. I still haven't posted to you, by the way. It's still sat there, so I'll have to get that done this week.
I've got so much like Test of Honor stuff to do.
Yeah.
I've been working on something for that as well.
I saw you.
Oh,
crikey!
Working on it.
Not Charger Light.
No, I've been working on sort of like a little, almost a new game, but based on Test of Honor.
Yeah.
Just a different way of playing it. But I don't want to talk about it too much on here because I will be bringing it up.
No.
With Kieran on the Test of Honor. But keep your eyes peeled on the Three Swords page because.
I will do. Yeah. I often listen to you two rambling on, so I will listen more.
It will probably be brought up next episode because we'll be recording.
Brilliant.
Probably very soon because we did the last one just before Christmas, so we'll be doing the next one probably within the next week or so.
Excellent.
But yeah, so and the blog as well. The blog will have it on there, but I just need to finish writing it all up. And there's a few things that me and Kieran are discussing in terms of rules, but.
That's a question.
Yeah,
that's a question for you. I'll come on to that in a minute. You can't. Sorry, I'm butting in because I've got it popped in my head and I don't want to forget it. So,
best way.
Now you guys have got me involved in like the combined ops thing, and myself and a couple of us are doing a little more historical stuff as well. We're trying to push.
Yeah.
How do you? I mean, writing articles and things. Does it come naturally to you? Do you just find time? Is it something that motivates you? Because I'm trying to find the time to sit down and do it.
When something hits me, I tend to try and write it down as quickly as possible, else I forget. And like last night, I was literally up to like 1 writing some of this stuff down for this potential sort of Test of Honor expansion-y type thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, it's not really a new idea. I'm basically stealing 2 ideas and sticking them together.
That's you're desperate to talk about it. So I'm taking you off the subject totally. Let's get back to the subject of writing because I want you to save that for your your swords.
So I don't know. Writing, does it come naturally? I suppose it's always been. For me, I always wanted to be a journalist when I was younger.
I say because with you doing this sort of thing, it seems like you are kind of a partially frustrated journalist who has to look at people's eyes instead. But it kind of is it because that's the thing. I mean, I think I'm a partially frustrated historian, but I don't have the patience my father has to sort of sit there and do some of that thing when it doesn't suit me. So I'm trying to think of how to write articles because I want to start getting a bit more into like. Particularly around like if I wrote a battle report about my paras, is actually pull some information in about there and make it more narrative and more meaningful than just I had a 2,000 point battle or I had a 750 point battle and this was how it went and we had 2 objectives to 1.
Yeah, I think whenever you write something like that, it's got to be. It can't just be a description. It has to be. I mean, it could just be a description, obviously, but I think. What are people going to enjoy reading more? Are they going to enjoy reading, I did this, then I did that, then I did this, then I did that? Or are they going to be like, or they first think something like, oh yeah, my paras jumped out from behind cover, dashing across the open ground, taking fire from enemy machine guns. You know, it's getting the balance right between describing the game and sort of turning it into entertainment.
Yeah, and I think my last, just so everybody does aware of the Bolt Action report which came up on the page that was my first dip into it, and I was relatively happy with what I wrote, but I do feel like it could have been a bit more narrative, and I think that's where I'm really getting into the chain of command thing is because I've got some great campaigns. I like the fact that I've been buying the PDFs of their campaigns, and they go into a lot of detail about what's happening, where they are in the war, what's going on, what units are involved, why was their situation like it was, and running it through the at the sharp end campaign set Well, I think we're going to
Yeah,
do some
I mean,
more of that during this year. So hopefully I can get some more stuff up, and it has that, as you say, the narrative and that. Hopefully I've got the imagination to write it in a way that people will enjoy it. Is a thing that.
yeah, I think most people in our hobby enjoy seeing other people playing and reading about other people playing anyway. So they don't. It's just.
But we all know it.
Making it different than other people.
Yeah, and then the thing there is, it's a bit like when we all know, because we watch the YouTube battle reports. We watch certain ones more than others, don't we? And we like certain things. I mean, I was always a huge fan of the guys who did the Kings of War stuff, the Bants and the basic Mickey taking out of each other was just fantastic. And that reminded me of how I like to play games against you and against Luke and people like that. Is that it's a good laugh as well as for chucking dice and winning or losing, and it becomes less important for winning and losing. It becomes more about the daft things that happen during the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, calling you out at a Testimony tournament and getting spanked by you.
Oh, no, I don't. I won. I don't think I can be full like. I was in full street by the end of the game. Like I was legging it as fast as I could across the other side of the table.
Yeah, I didn't notice how
and
you
hoping that your rolling was as bad as mine.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, that was good. That was good. But
no, so I think I'm gonna try and be far more narrative. I think it's one of my goals this year is to be far more narrative and enjoy the hobby, and less of the, I don't know, can't describe it. Not the less gaming, because I enjoy the gaming, but it's most of the. I think I'll pick and choose what I'm playing, who I'm playing against, and what types of style of game I want to play as well. I think the reason I'm getting Saga.
It's nice when you've got the option. Yeah, it's nice when you've got that option. Like I'm playing more 40k now because.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's an element which is there's and this is I've often considered dipping my foot into 40k in particular since they destroyed my beloved Warhammer Fantasy Battle.
Don't get me started on that. I'm still angry about it.
Yeah, I'm never going to get over it. Never. Doesn't matter what people say to me about playing other games. Nowhere.
I mean, yours is worse. Yours is worse. They literally deleted your army, but.
I deleted it years ago. I was in denial for years over my army.
They were like, what does Christopher basically play? I know, let's just destroy that. Let's just write it out of the game.
They keep doing that to me, man. They keep doing it. Tell you. But no, I think I might have to just rock up down my Space Hulk box under my arm, because I love Warhammer World. I think it's such a great idea. I can't understand why Warlord haven't got a bolt action world. I just don't understand it. Why don't you get a bolt action world? Just do it. Get it done. You know? But yeah,
like a war museum.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's that show, isn't there, down to you guys at the Bovington Tank Museum, isn't there? And you play underneath the tanks. Oh, how cool! That's just the coolest thing ever. I'm sorry, that's just cool. So I'm trying to look up here to see. Since I've read about that, I'm like, I wonder if there's quite a few museums up here. Could you play like in Leeds Armory around the kit and stuff? You know, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome. But I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I just think I think sometimes I feel like dipping my toe into it, because I love the idea of sort of playing at Warhammer World of all things with a painted army as well. Yeah,
I'll bring my stuff again.
Potentially not your birthday, like it was, of course, because I was hoping with a Horde Goblin or Greenskin army, we would maybe not be on a Necromunda board, but would you know,
that table was shocking. I mean, it was beautiful, but it was absolutely awful to play on.
It was when we were piling up the minis. We were like just clumping them together and hoping the plastic would hold together on the side of a hill.
That is entirely Kieran's fault.
It was awesome. Best thing Kieran's ever done. Oh, in fact, the fact she's reading the bolt action rulebook in Warhammer was interesting as well. But yeah, I fancy a beer. I've had a kebab for tea, so the chicken one of all things, a healthy one.
You're lucky.
It's our tradition after football training. That's why I'm dressed like some kind of fat AC Milan want to be. Is that that I coach an under-10s football side, and the tradition is kebabs on a Thursday, so that's what we do. Hold on. Look at that. My watch is telling me that Combine's operation and Matt is live. Well, yeah, I know that because I'm talking to him. Yeah, I've gone old high tech and got myself an Android watch.
Oh, see, I'm not. I don't wear watches, so there's no point.
I'm a big watch fan, so
I used to wear watches all the time, and then I broke one, and I took that one off, and then I haven't really worn one since.
Cool. Wow.
I'm getting a bit bored with these buildings now.
Yeah, you've got a lot.
I'm not bored of it. I'm not bored of it. It's just quite repetitive, and I'm doing it really messy job of it as well.
Well, the thing is, that's a problem. Is that's when you got to stop, because that's what I didn't do with those Vikings, the master-based Kings of War historical Vikings. Is that I ploughed on, and then started cutting corners. I'm a bit upset with myself about it. It's probably what's driven me to Saga, if I'm honest with you. No, I don't think it is. I think Saga looks cool, but I do think that I should have took a break a bit earlier, because I actually took a break and painted a bolt action army.
And I almost stopped my brush in my drinking water. There we go. That's
always a way. It tastes a bit better. 144 Vikings nearly broke me. Is that the name of a film? Probably is somewhere along the lines. What do you want?
Brilliant. Hi, Luke.
What's up?
Luke's watching.
Is he watching, is he?
He said, I am watching, and I will kill you too.
I've blocked him. He doesn't have my number anymore.
It's understandable.
We could have invited him, but we'd have to X-rate it after that. That's the only thing. We'd have to.
No one would understand him, though.
No one would understand him. I don't know. There's a whole part of the world that might understand him. I don't know.
Isn't it some Scottish holiday today as well? Or was that this weekend?
I don't know. Yeah, it's Burns, isn't it? At some point, isn't it? I saw that Tom had a tinned haggis. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Most beautiful thing I've ever seen. You can only imagine how nice that would taste. Yeah. I don't know. Nice. Actually, it might be perfect. I'm making a judgment about any kind of substance at all there, but that's the kind of judgment I like to make.
Yeah. Deciding what I should paint next. Really, I need to uncoat my my unclean one, but I'm not going to do that with a brush. I'll do that with spray outside.
Yeah.
I've got loads of Rohan paint. That's another thing. So I'm playing a lot of Lord of the Rings. Well, not playing, preparing to play a lot of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it was a big talk, wasn't it? We had a big talk about it before Christmas, didn't we? And we all kind of dived in a little bit, and I think it's all died off a bit.
Yeah, well, for me, but
you've been into that for a long time, haven't you?
I've had an army around for a long time. I haven't played it in years. Until recently, me and my mates sort of dug it out and started playing it, and then we're like, do you know what? Next year, let's go to a tournament. And we decided, let's not go to a little tournament. Let's go to the biggest one there is. So we've all booked on to go to Ardacon in August, and it's like 200 plus players.
Wow!
It's in Manchester. It's at a hotel. They literally rent out like the whole hotel.
That's cool.
And
it's like GT. It's like a proper grand tournament, isn't it? That's cool.
It's bigger than the grand tournament.
That's awesome.
Because the Warhammer Grand Tournament of Lord of the Rings is like, I think, in a couple of weeks, and that's it might be next. It might even be this weekend coming up. But that's got like 60 or 80 players or something like that, and this has got like 200 players.
60 or 80 players. We've got 200. So, that's cool.
I don't know what made us rationally think that this was a good idea, but I'm
motivation. Motivation did. Don't do that. Right, you do this all the time. Oh, I'm rocking up just for the fun, and then you finish second. Yeah.
No, but that's games that I've still played quite regularly. I may not play them. I may, for like obviously 40k at the weekend. I haven't played. I've played a few games 40k 8th edition.
Do I have to name all the times you've rocked up for fun and come like second, destroyed me
Third.
with. You should have
Yeah.
come first at a tournament where you destroyed me with a Crusader AA and an empty table. Yeah, I remember that one. Never forget.
That was my favourite one, just because I only lost one unit the whole tournament.
It was even when I bloody disabled the damn thing, it still could shoot me.
That was my light. I lost my light mortar team in the last game of the tournament, and that was the only unit I lost in any game.
But you still came out fourth, didn't you?
I came third. I think, was it fourth or third?
Third, I think you came somehow.
Yeah, and because then they were like, "Well, it's done on kill points," and I was like, "What?" I thought it was just like winning games. So
how can you do it on kill points? So one of the games was Headhunter, whatever it's called. You can't.
And like turn 2 as well, or turn 3.
Yeah.
Like the first dice of turn 3, I won that. I would have just carried on playing and killed stuff first.
Yeah, should have hung back and just killed it.
I'm
No,
not bitter about it.
Not at all. No, I can sense the lack of bitterness. But
it's all right.
It was a funny one. It was one of
Yeah, it's.
I mean, put it into a context. That's what really motivated us to do. Out.
Well, yeah, that's
seeing.
Yeah, you got me up to play yours.
Yeah, wanted to pick you up from Leeds.
That wasn't my fault. That
was
fucking bus. Public. I don't mind not driving, but sometimes, Jesus Christ.
Do you find that an issue then, the lack of driving? Because is your club like, will it be easy to get to? And
the current gaming club is 15 minutes away.
Oh, right, that's not
15-minute walk. 15-minute walk, that is, and it's like in a straight line from where I'm living at the moment. It's literally I literally go up one road, turn left, and just walk straight down.
Gaming with a pint. Oh man, that's amazing.
And it's only when I want to go to events and stuff, and even then, it's not a huge issue. It's just when stuff mucks up.
Yeah,
and obviously it did that. Well, I didn't. I was just one of the. There was a crash on the road, and the bus was delayed, and I missed my other bus, and it was quite late, so there was no other buses. And they're like, "We can get you to Leeds," and I was like, "I don't know how that helps, but okay."
This is north. Ish.
It was more north than where I was currently, so why not? Let's go that way.
And I'll give a hobby one thing. It generally is full of people who will help you, so you weren't going to be left on your lonesome in Leeds, having to stay in a hostel, cook your own food in your bedroom, that kind of thing. It was going to be okay.
I think I might have been killed in Leeds.
All right. I had a weekend in Leeds recently, and the beer pong was what did us, I think. The guy off Luke, the guy who does Luke APS. I forget his surname.
Oh, that guy! Yeah, I've been watching some of his videos actually.
It's brilliant videos. But I messaged him, recommend somewhere to drink in Leeds, and he recommended what's it called? Was it called a tap house or something like a tap? Brilliant. A whole wall of different beers to drink from. And the girls went shopping, and me and a friend basically just sat in there just trying to work our way down the beers.
How far did you get?
About 2 in, because I'm such a lightweight. No, I managed. Maybe I don't know. I reckon I had quite a few that day, and we ended up in a Cuban place drinking mojitos, and my last couple were like paint stripper. God, it was horrible. Still drank them, of course, but
yeah. Oh, standard, yeah.
Yeah, but no, just it's not a bad little place actually. I like Leeds. I'm a big fan of Leeds.
I apologise for anyone listening in Leeds. I'm sure it's.
I mean, you were worried because basically you're like, it wasn't country mouse. It's like not like me going to Leeds, because I was like, oh, look at the big town. Look at got street lights. Whoa. You're a bit more sort of metropolitan than that than me. I think you actually live in a place that's kind of big, but
I live in a city now.
It was. Yeah, I think the big thing was you having to Leeds off a bus, and not really having anything else to do. So.
Well, they were like, sort of, when you get there, just ask to speak to whoever and they'll sort you out. And I was like, that sounds dodgy as shit.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm lost. I'm lost in Leeds. Can you sort me out?
Yeah, come up this alley.
That would not.
Yeah,
that would not have gone well for me.
Yeah, pop up here a minute. We'll sort you out. Oh dear.
Be sold off into slavery.
Probably in a cage, in a small MDF cage.
That's right. Everyone going in this little cage is going to be from Leeds. But no, it's all right. I don't mind. I don't mind spending 12 hours to get to Nottingham.
Yeah, that is
Got to do it again soon.
Yeah. Got to sort
War
out
States
hotels
2 coming up.
Yeah,
better not
looking
come
forward
last
to that.
this time.
You didn't come last, did you? I didn't I?
No, I don't think you did. Did you? Or did you? I don't know.
I was very, very low down.
I
wasn't anywhere
only.
near.
I think there was. I don't know. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm proud that Andrew won because he literally never really played the game before.
He's got natural talent. Yeah,
and he was
naturally.
My list. He was using my actual tournament list, and I was using my fun list.
Yeah, you was using your whack list. Yeah. The Uber sort of min-max list you had sorted out.
Not that you can actually do that in Test of Honor.
No, you can't at all. No, because it doesn't matter what you do, your dice are going to...
For people that don't know what Test of Honor is, you can't actually really do anything to try and... there's no combo. There's no current combo in Test of Honor that's better than any other. There's a few things that aren't... Like, again, if you listen to our other podcast, there's stuff that isn't worth taking over other stuff. But even if you took it, it's not going to do like that bad. No,
and it with the way it kind of balances itself out, it doesn't. And the dice have a big part to play in it, I think. And what it comes down to is what it should come down to. It comes down to samurai versus samurai often as well, which is always a good thing. Especially when you stood in a Ford, you can just got all the samurai films coming to your head, haven't you? But yeah, I think
it's very cinematic.
Yeah, I think I'm going to run 27 rolling next time anyway. I think that's my plan is to run as many rolling as possible. Just cheese it out with rolling everywhere. Individual ones.
I wouldn't even moan at you if you did, as long as I don't have to play.
Yeah, I think I might
be like game starts turn 1. 2 hours later, Chris, you're still putting tokens out the bag.
You still got gear to go. No, I pull a full fit lot out in about 2 goes anyway, so it's not even it's like ding ding done. Oh, again, that's the beauty of it. But yeah, that's not But no, I think I'm intrigued with Saga and what the community that's got. I think that's my next thing is to see what
I've seen it being played in places. I've never stopped and had a real good look at it, but I've heard good things.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Grip and Beast do stuff like we used to do for Warhammer Ancient Battle as well. Kind of do the stuff at their place. We used to do tournaments for that and things, but might be interesting to see. Down Evesham, I went past their place on the boat when I was that way. But yeah,
really boating.
Boating. That's a whole new episode. I'm not going to talk about it tonight because that's going to bore the pants off everybody once I get started on that subject. And probably have anywhere with everything we've talked about so far. But there we go. I think there's anything else system-wise at the moment. You've got Gangs of Rome. So,
yep.
Oh, there's a big push for American Civil War as well. Black powder is a thing that's been going around. There's 6 guys interested in that, all buying different sides. There's only 2 sides to pick from, of course. But
I was going to say what?
The goodies and the baddies, I think, is generally how it works. I think, but so that's a thing at the moment. People are buying a lot of that. I'm meant to be getting into that, but the thought of having to paint hundreds of minis at the moment. I'm trying to think of moves just box at a time and just paint them slowly.
I don't want to get myself too involved in any game that requires painting shed loads of minis at the moment. That being said, I did like the look of the new Hail Caesar starter set.
Oh yeah, which one's that?
The Britannia one. So it's got like Romans and British.
Right. Rather than Gaul, it's kind of actually British, isn't it? It's
yeah, but later on.
It's a spin-off thing, isn't it? Of that. And there's the Spartan army as well, isn't there?
And the Japanese one. Although that's pike and shot.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about doing hoplites, because there might be a bit of a hoplite thing going on at the local shop as well, but I'm waiting around to see if it actually happens. I've got a box of hoplites in there, partially built. But
nice.
I was actually me and lists. I have a thing for lists. I have to write a list. So I wrote a list today for all the stuff I need for the tournament. But I also have been writing a list of all the armies I've got to finish and start and look at.
I would hate to write something that stuff I need to finish. Go on.
It kind of, yeah. You'd be in trouble because it'd be like be a novel in itself. It'd be a whole blog.
Like that's why I'm getting better at like actually shifting stuff on that I know I'm not going to get done. Like so, I'm selling some Elder. I'm selling some like Age of Sigmar stuff. Mainly the Age of Sigmar stuff I'm selling because I want to start a new army.
Did you get dwarves for
I got the new dwarves, the Caradron.
Yeah.
Okay. So I love how they look. I love how they look. The steampunk dwarfy thing. That's why I bought them. And then sort of played a few games with them and I'm just like, yeah. It's not dwarfish enough for me. And it's just, I don't know. I'm just not keen. So I want to get the Nurgle Demons because I'm playing Death Guard for 40k anyway, so I can use them for both games.
That's good, yeah. That's good.
So if I can have one army for both games, then
well, yeah, winner, chicken dinner.
Exactly.
That's the reason I've kind of like the chain of command, because it's just basically always saying minis just using a different system.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about historical games. Like obviously, if you've got the models for it, you can unless there's certain basic requirements, but generally speaking, you can pretty much pick up any set of rules and just carry on playing. And
I found that that's where the Kings of War thing comes in a bit, is because they're on 100 mil frontage, and some of those other systems are actually on 120s and stuff. So it's a little bit like, you gotta be a little bit wary of how you base your stuff, or be a bit more. I'm actually kicking myself a little bit. What I should have done was be a bit more kind of like modular when we're basing, and base them as 40s or something, and then I could have done a lot of different systems. Do 40s, do a 40, a 40, and a 20, and then more 40s when you can actually do all the different systems you want to do, kind of thing. So I've learned that probably the hard way, but so the crossover.
Yeah, it's it's learning those little tricks helps.
It does because we're trying to find opponents, isn't it? As you say, it's kind of like getting into something. You've always got to think who you're going to play, and not have something kind of sat there with people aren't going to play against you with. But
yeah, I've got opponents for most of my games, but some of those opponents are in different places in the country or a couple of hours away, and it's. I know me and Chris have been talking about getting together to play a game of Chain of Command.
Yeah, Chris has been quite interested in what we've been doing with it recently. I had another game on Tuesday with Tom, and he loved it. But he's quite a bit more historical nut as well. He loved it. Kind of loved the way it played. I've got to say I'm a huge fan of it. Kind of a way it's a bit more gritty. I think the analogy that people have used and I've heard said before is kind of like. Oh yeah, definitely. Kind of like the films. I wouldn't cross this open ground. MG42. It won't get me. A couple pins, maybe lose a man, get to the hedge. We're cool. Chain of command. Let's run across this open ground. There's an MG42. Are you dead? Or at least you're shocked to the point where you run off the table. That's it. Done. Okay, fine. But yeah, it's a very different way of playing as well. Just kind of, it's a lot more, quite a good tactical game of cover and smoke and maneuver.
I like the deployment method, just like
that patrol game's great. I lost the game on patrol that other night. Lost it straight off. He had so much to. I mean, it was a demo to a certain degree, so I'm going to take that as a.
Oh yeah, you were demoing the game. Yeah?
Oh, I was demoing, so not quite demoing. Yeah, but I could have locked him down a bit more and be a bit more aggressive with my patrol markers. But no, he did well to get them all into really nice, kind of good protected positions where you could basically build from there and set up a base of fire and make me have to come and try and fight him, which is the key to it all. That's the key to it. Once you've done that, you've done it. The only option you've got there is kind of hitchy and smoke and trying to maneuver through the terrain. But where the board wasn't much of that going on. Every time I popped my head up over a hill or something, I got shot. So really good game. But I've learnt a load from it and learnt more rules again. And just as every time I play it, another rule kind of comes in and goes and some of the to pick up rules for it as well. But good. But yeah, I think Chris will enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy it. But if I'm honest, I think you'll think, yeah, that's kind of, it's very gritty and real. I think you'll think.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I will see. I have nothing wrong with it being.
No. I think it suits play style sometimes. I think certain types of game. I think.
Can I take my Crusader AA?
Sorry.
Can I take my Crusader AA?
Yeah, you can actually. I think that's in there still. Pretty sure it's in there. The tanks.
Fine.
But people don't take tanks. It's not a tank game. It's a platoon-based game.
Actually, although that demo I saw had a tank in it.
Yeah, but I mean, the demos often do, and that early war stuff, the early war one they have on YouTube with Richard, who wrote the rules. It is excellent. It's a real good demo of it, and obviously because he wrote it, he knows it, and it comes across very, very well. And it's a good narrative because it's Dunkirk and they're protecting the canal from the German advances whilst the guys escape from Dunkirk. So it's kind of got a good feel to it as well. And there's BEF, last ditch defense against a kind of not necessarily a superior German army, but a German army on the advance rather than being on the back foot. But
that's some of the best narratives, I think, the early war.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly that. And I think that's why I love it. Is that I love the idea that you can fight the kind of Aras and other sort of other operations in the early war, and the desert early war stuff as well. But the that's where I think we're going to go in the next months. Is we're probably going to go early war, and I'm thinking I'm going to go BEF. I'm going to get myself a British Expeditionary Force sorted out. I didn't buy Luke's off him. Every day I think, why didn't I buy that off him? Why did I do? Why? Why did I let somebody else take that? Why? It's upsetting. I just don't talk. It's like it's the second most hurtful thing since Warhammer Fantasy Battle was taken away, and they killed my army off. Second most hurtful thing.
Damn, I thought when I beat you really badly at that tournament, that was going to be up there.
Lady Diana going in. Anywho, let's just change the subject before I start crying. But yeah, so no, so that's the plan. is in the sort of next months. That's what I'll do, as long as I don't get some kind of mad rush of blood to my head and buy more British paratroopers, which I'm tempted to do to replace my warlord ones, the old ones, and have a full artisan army instead. But I can't do it because I've already got an army. I don't need another one.
Said no one ever.
Even if I sell the original ones, no, stop it. And I will paint them better than I did last time. No, stop it. Yeah, as everybody's always said, yes. And end up buying them anyway because money just burns a hole in my pocket when it comes to this sort of thing.
Oh, what's the money? Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's currently a PayPal account. Spend it.
Yes.
No.
Payday for me tomorrow.
Nice. Was mine on the 20th.
Basically spent my gaming budget because I did it on PayPal and did the whole pay after delivery type thing. So the most of my gaming budget for this month's already gone out.
Do you set yourself a budget?
I try to.
Because I've tried to as well. I've done okay with it because I actually include fuel to get to places and stuff like that with it as well. Because I was spending probably too much on it.
But because I've got this, obviously they've got this show next weekend. Then weekend after this one. I'll end up spending a bit more there as well, I'm sure.
It's allowed at shows. It's a given. That's another.
But that's in April.
Yeah. I need to work out when because I'm
14th.
I've got a feeling I'm away. Because I was considering that. I was considering coming down. It's a long drive, but it's worth it. But just see. But
I haven't been to Salute in a couple of years. Last one was 2015. So.
I think Luke's still listening because he's written there. They need helmets on. That's my Paras, my British Paras, because the Warlord ones come with a load of.
Mate, it's all berets, isn't it?
Berets, red berets, tons of red berets, because they're kind of like cinematic. But there's a thing about soldiers without helmets on in combat. He doesn't like it. Not a good thing, not a done thing. So he thinks I should basically replace some of the guys with helmets on. And if he kills any of them, he takes the guys with berets first. He also goes they're dead because they're worse than the berets. He even tried to convince me that we were down as regulars rather than veterans for killing them as well, which I wouldn't let him have. But there you go. But yeah, I think I've got a feeling it's going to happen. Priced it up, and I've worked out if I sold my guys, that'd be. It'd be cost neutral. That's a term we could use. Cost neutral.
It's always nice. Yeah.
I'm actually going to go and count them after this and see how many I've got to see what I would. Cause I've got some artisan gear turning up for them. So as soon as I see them, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to go, ooh, look for pretties. They're prettier than those ones. It's like a guy in a kilt and all sorts of gear turning up, and I'm like, oh, come on. So yeah, but. I bet it'll happen, probably. I can't say it won't, but I'd like to think I got more Saga gear before that happened. But
I need to get some games in. I'm playing something tomorrow. I don't know what yet.
Yeah, I could do with playing some more dice about.
A mate of mine's coming around tomorrow. He's not a big miniature gamer, but he likes Frostgrave. He loves Frostgrave.
Awesome.
But I was hoping my Gangs of Rome stuff would be here so we could get a game of that in because I think he'll like that as well. But
yeah.
He's coming over in the afternoon, so if the post turns up reasonably sort of early, then I've got a chance of getting a few guys started together and flicking through the rulebook before he arrives. So
that sounds good. Yeah, because we've been playing a bit of Frostgrave again. Colin the Wizard is out. He's brilliant. He hasn't died yet, which is interesting. No, mate, my apprentice has lost some fingers. That was it. But we've been running the campaign from the beginning. Like a couple of us. It's been good fun. Been really good fun.
It's a great game.
I love that game. I love it.
I'd like to get the newer one, the Ghost Archipelago.
It hasn't got me. I don't know, because it's not Frostgrave, is it? It's sand, something of it. But anyway, no, it's no. I'd have to probably see more of it. Although that kind of little mini game with minimal figures always in my boat, it always floats my boat anyway. You want to look at which we're going to have to do at some point is the Fistful of Kung Fu. Have you seen that one?
I actually haven't. I think it was actually it's an Osprey book.
It's an Osprey book, but artisan do the miniatures and do them as sets, and you get a gang of like Yakuza or armed police or something. It's like kind of proper kung fu movie based stuff, but it's kind of similar to like Frostgrave-ish, like, and it's kind of, I think it's a D6 game rather than D20, but it's kind of got like a kind of feel to it where you're kind of charging around, jumping around and stuff, and you got a band. You got like I think there's another one. Is it Service or something? It's called. There's another one like that as well. Which is another one which is like henchmen and gangs. And it's kind of based after more steampunky style, like Sherlock Holmes kind of thing. But yeah, I like games like that. I like little ones where you can just give it a fun system like that. But we all
just getting some messages from Tim, who obviously isn't on the pod. He will be on the future shows, but he's at CanCon at the moment.
Yeah, he's got a big show, isn't he?
Big Australian show, and he's in a BA. It's a 40k tournament actually. There's a BA tournament going on as well, but apparently the BA tournament's got 40 players, and the 40k one has 130 players.
Yeah, you said the other day. Yeah, awesome. No, that's
awesome.
Have to see how he gets on.
I mean, he'll do all right. Tim's quite a. I don't know if he's. I obviously never played it. I've not been to visit him yet, but I think he's fairly competitive and he knows his stuff. So that's the main thing. So he'll do all right.
Yeah. Well. Cool.
Oh, I'm done with these buildings now for a while. I finished off the brown on the other one. Just need to tidy it up and then add some terracotta. Except I bought orange instead of. I bought orange instead of. For some reason, when I bought the paints,
yeah,
I was looking at all the like little tester things you can get.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was thinking terracotta. That's like orange.
Hmm.
Not, is it though? It's like red.
Yeah.
But I bought fucking orange.
Well, it's not good enough. You take it back. You can't use it.
I'll use it for something, but
you can use it on the roofs, maybe. Maybe on like to highlight the roofs. But you need that. You probably need a kind of quite deep terracotta to begin with.
I don't know.
Let me down.
But I'll make something up with paints I've got. I don't really want to use my Vallejo paints.
God no. Never do that on MDF.
I'm going to anyway.
Oh my Lord.
There's only a little bit. It's only just a little bit of trim.
But next time we see Matt, he won't have any clothes because then you have to sell them all to buy more Vallejo paint. Because the MDF has soaked up every single one of them.
So, no, that's not. Look, these I actually used Vallejo ones on these because I hadn't gone to buy the actual test pots yet. These are these are Vallejo with an army paint or wash, and they come out quite nicely.
Right.
Can't really see it on the camera.
They're quite small though as well. I mean, that's a
I know. I wouldn't have used the Vallejo.
Imagine doing that. I'd be like
one of these. I'm not going to get.
What have you painted that in the end then, or have you stained it like I suggested?
This is actually painted.
Oh, right.
I was going to stain it, and then I thought, meh. I might still get some stain just to put over the top of it as it is now.
Yeah,
just to give it a bit more.
Was it you or Kevin telling me that somebody had gone to all the trouble of trying to paint Japanese buildings, and somebody else had stained them, and it was like instantly better?
Kieran stained them.
Yeah.
And I've tried to paint mine.
I think that was where I came from. I think, yeah.
I need to repaint one. Actually, I need to.
I need to buy some better ones. If I'm honest. I think I don't know. Well, not bad. It's just I don't think I put them very well together.
Still got the dojo to build from the ninja set as well.
I didn't get one.
Why didn't you buy one then?
I haven't got around to it. I don't know. I'm not bad. I don't know. My Test of Honor's kind of sat in a box at the moment. I haven't really played it much.
That's fair enough.
I should probably get it out, start playing a bit more of it again. Haven't played. There's a couple of people actually got it recently. I should play a couple more games. I'm
just looking at my little hobby pile now, and I'm just thinking, still got.
Yeah, I have as well. Yeah, which ones are those?
The Honor Brigatia from Bad Spidoo.
Ah, yes. You got those, did you?
Oh. Yeah, they're so nice.
Yeah, nice. Like, let's say. I've still got all my bits.
I didn't want to take them out of the packaging.
But exactly. So beautiful.
No, they are actually really nice. That's just me being sarcastic. They're lovely figures. But I need to get these painted up. Actually, I'm going to use these at Warring States. So
definitely, that'd be cool. Because have I done more minis since Warring States? Can I do more Perrys? I can't think of it, didn't I? I've got an armoured samurai now as well, in bits and pieces. So I can run some bit different things. Because I've got my bandits done as well. I suppose I've got them done since as well. Because I run bandit running together.
Bandits as well.
Yeah, they are nice. Like they're lovely. They are really nice. Nice casts as well. Really nice. I say it took me all 10 seconds to decide to buy those on that day.
Oh yeah, I know. I already planned to buy them. To be fair, it's Yeah, apparently Kieran's listening to us as well.
Oh,
he could have joined us.
I can't think I've said about him now.
Yeah.
Nasty things. What nasty things we said about him. Can't think.
Yeah.
I know. I think we're being saying he's a bit of an inspiration to us, he's like
the father I never had.
Like a grandpa figure, isn't he, to us both? I suppose.
Grandpa, that's more like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Even me, like an elderly great uncle. With a kind of
stuff like
that. Strange smell about him.
A strange
kind of aura.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill me. Eventually.
No, you've got to sort out the hotel.
He's a roadie. He can get rid of the bodies. Anyway.
Yeah. Which country do I want to drop these off to?
Yeah, exactly. Bits of me in different ones, probably.
But I mean, obviously, when is your bowl action tournament? Is it this Saturday?
Yeah. Can you tell how relaxed I am? I'm just been like a stress head all day about it. I've done all my printing out and shut up, Dad. Oh, not your dad, though, Kieran. That's another story, isn't it? Yeah, Verity. Yeah, I'm thinking one day I'll sort him out. I don't know. Think of something. Can't think about. Anyway, we decided to tell me about his dad. Yeah, nice. But it all started because he didn't have any money on him to pay for somebody for something. He went, "Dad, can you pay for it?" That's how it started. It was stuck. Yeah. Thank God. Kevin, if he wants to be in, he can be in, he doesn't have to, But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, my tournament, yeah, Saturday, yeah, Saturday, bolt action. We went with a suggestion from our patriarch, Kieran. Or was it matriarch? I don't know which one he is anyway. And we've gone with a split. Half and half. We've gone with an early half and a late half to try and suit people.
Interesting.
Went with a poll to see how many points people wanted, and they went for 1,000 points, which is interesting as well, which made it a bit of a different setup because I'm not a big fan of anything much above 750, to be honest with you, myself personally, but
Yeah, I'm more comfortable at 750.
Yeah, I think you can get 4 games in at 750, and you can get more in a day. I think to a degree, and it limits the kit a little bit as well. You're right. Yeah, I think that's the thing about it. But we went to 1,000 just to because I asked people what opinions were, so I'm not going to ignore them. So yeah, we've got it set up. We're at club. We have a local club play at the community centre at Croxdale, which is a great place, great location, good parking, and also a great hall size for us as well. Because you were there last time, you saw there's plenty of space in there. We're setting up 10 tables in total. I think we have 18 players, so we need 9 of them. But it's nice to have an extra table just in case somebody's played on a couple of them. We shouldn't have that problem this time around. We're playing some Bolt Action Alliance scenarios, which I like, active-based ones, so we get some nice results, like 2 3s and 4 5s and stuff like that. So we'll see how we get on. I say we've got some great armies coming through. Great lists I've seen. Some interesting ones, some different ones. And I say early and late, so we've got different groups. But
that's interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting format.
It's not necessarily something that I would have thought of, to be honest with you, because I've always thought like big tournament, everybody gets in the same group, Swiss system, get the winners playing the winners, and get everybody kind of playing like-minded level of game. I'm thinking I might do something similar to the Gathering too, where I want people to register either as allies or Axis and be defined potentially as well, based on lists provided and things like that. And actually try and balance the games out a little bit, and do something else. So then all the games are set beforehand, which takes a bit of the kind of organisation out of it, which is good. But that's for probably next thing we do, or one after that. I don't know yet, because I'm really fancying doing some kind of doubles type thing in the future as well.
Doubles sounds cool.
And I'm thinking doubles where somebody takes a tank platoon and somebody takes an infantry platoon. I like the sound of that.
Interesting.
And you have like that kind of combined ops, kind of thing going on.
See what you did there.
I got that in. Got it in at the end. Just just get that in there. And if we organise it in enough advance, I was hoping that we might get you up to come and try and take on some of the.
Yeah, definitely. I do need to play some more ball action.
Yeah. So it was. I think I found from the last one, the things I've learned is I think it was a bit of it was almost like a what's it called when a snap election, or whatever they call it, when you bring an election in dead quick. It was a bit too short notice, I think. Other things I've learned, I probably should have listened to other people's opinions a little bit more about, like registration of players. You have to really take the PayPal as you register them. You can't register players and then expect them to, people forget, and trying to collect money and things is a bit difficult, and it's a pain.
Yeah.
I think with more notice, it gives us more opportunity to gather a prize fund as well, probably. So this one will probably have less of a. It's got some good prizes. Don't get me wrong. We've got some great prizes. The local shop, Asgard War Games, is sponsoring some great stuff for us and giving us some voucher. We've got some vouchers through them funds, and we've got hopefully some blisters for some spot prizes. If the spot prizes aren't there, we're going to give out like a little token to say you got a random blister when they eventually come in. And we've got our statement mugs. We've got the mugs again as well. So you get your.
I've got mine over there.
It's great. I think the mug thing was just such a great idea. And I think I'll hold Mr. Verity when I'm truly responsible for the mugs. As in he's got his. Are you going to come find it here? Good man.
Don't need to find it, mate. It's on display.
Good man. Look, it's the classic green. The first mug. The second mug was a white with which was our logo on. But I think I think it's something that's always going to stick in the mugs. I think the mugs are great. I think it's. I like the mug.
Dusty. I wouldn't drink out of it.
Oh no. Although, yeah, I've got a couple of them now as well. But yeah, I think we should always have a mug, and it just gives somebody to take something home with them, doesn't it? I think, and to a degree, I'd say we're just trying to sort out. I think if we do the next one, it'll be a bit more notice.
Yeah.
To organise, not necessarily organise tables, organise location, organise food. Even it's just transfer it's prizes. Getting a decent prize bucket, kind of just a decent amount of prizes on the tables, because it always makes it a bit more like even the kind of the great stuff we got from the dice bag lady sent us some vouchers. Dave's War Games, local MDF.
Yep, and got some Dave stuff.
He gave us some great stuff, like for nothing, just to sort of put some tickets out and put his cards out. He asked us if he could use pictures of the buildings we were using in our tables and stuff like that. So it's all good, like good for the Northeast gaming community. I think that's where I've got to get back to a bit with it. I think sometimes I get very stressed about it. I've got to get myself sorted out a bit with it, with my head, and rely on the lads to help, because I'm a bit of a freaking control freak when I want to be sometimes, I think.
No.
Yeah, I've been a bit of an ass today, but that's beside the point. Anyway, and I'll get over it. And nobody else has to around me, so there you go. But yeah, I think we're set. 7:30 McDonald's breakfast. Get the table set up at 8:00ish. 9:00 kickoff. 3 great games of boat action for everybody. Hopefully, good set of food on lunchtime. Keep the captive audience that way. I've got my laptop sorted out with the Excel, so all the results go in. Work it all out. Favorite game, get to your best sportsman, and I've got a theme / paint as well. So we've got all bases covered, and we've got some great terrain turning up as well, table wise as well. Got my modular boards built by Dave, one of our committee members. I've got that table coming again with my extension into a 6x4 now, and I've got my other terrain as well, my big box as well, so that's going as well. So we've got 2 tables there, and Luke's got 2, and Ian's got a great desert board, and everybody's got some good terrain coming through. So it's all going to be a good boards with lots of terrain, loads of options, some good interesting lists and different armies coming out.
What you got? Go on, give us a few examples.
We got early war French with 2 tanks, which will be interesting.
Nice.
2 early war tanks on it. See how that gets on. And certain missions where you can't hold objectives with vehicles, it's going to be interesting to see how that gets on with the small squads he has left with that, because taking 2 tanks, he's going to struggle with getting anything else on there. But that's the way it is. I mean, we're limited the dice number to 12 to stop people hoarding it a bit, but platoons, which is fine. I haven't got a problem with that. And then I've got Luke's running late war Panzer Grenadiers, but he's running an armoured platoon, so he's actually got them in half tracks. So he's got a proper full-on kind of authentic, what's it called? Authentic sort of German setup platoon. So he's running that. In a minute, once I say, but yeah. Then there's what else is there in the list? There's a Japanese army. I think that's got 2 platoons. Oh, what's that? That's nice.
I can't.
Oh,
there we go. That's Warlord just posted that. Sohi Monk.
That is a cool move. That's it. They'll be getting. Where the masked men were kind of ish, but that's proper. That's more right in it. That's more historical, and I like that a lot. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah. What else is there? There's just all sorts of. That would be quite a varied list. Back, early war German Blitzkrieg, Polish. What else did I say? Oh, Royal Marine Commandos.
Nice. My favourite.
Yep. Check my phone, mate. I've got the whole lists and everything. No, it's just I think there's a good variation. We've got Russians obviously there as well. And what else have we got? Do you think what else we got? Because I've got it on a folder on here because I have to keep hold. I had to approve all the lists. Denied. Yeah, guy's got a US one with one of those half-track MG things. I've lost the lists. Sure, kept these. Where did I put them? I've approved them all anyway, so must have kept all of them. Must have put in a folder. Hold on, where's my folders? Banged out tournament. There we are.
On the rubbish as well.
Yeah. So it's just a good variation. Be interested to see what we got really. But I think it's going to be. I don't know how it's going to work out because it's an objective. All of them objective based. So every game is an objective one. There's no kind of kill points. There's no kind of option necessarily to be kind of overpowered and just kill everything on the other side. It's going to be hold the objectives, take the opposition's objectives as well. As one, is it Nuts? I think it is, or Heartbreak Ridge, where you have to take the middle objective and take the opposition's objective as well, and keep your own. So you got to chain them together almost.
Almost like capture the flag.
Yeah, it's kind of exactly. You got to defend your own base, but capture their base, kind of thing. It's kind of, but there's just stuff in there which makes it interesting that your own isn't worth any points. It's only the opposition and the middle one which is. So therefore, and you only allowed to put a certain number of units around the base, and then the rest have to come in the first wave or out of reserve, I think, actually potentially along your table edge. So therefore, you're running straight at their base and the middle one. So it become very interesting on certain tables, I think, when we start seeing how the tables are set up and how people place their own objectives as well. There is some good. I think they're very good scenarios. We tried them all out a couple of times each, and they're good. So we just have to wait and see. But I say it was great that we filled it from the community members inside of a ground.
Yeah,
within 24 hours, I think we actually filled it.
That's it, if you get a well-supported tournament like that, that's the best thing.
I mean, and at one point we had more players. We had 20 hours playing. Kind of glad I'm TOing a little bit, just to wait and see. But I like things to run smoothly, so I just have to wait and see. But I'm going to have to play on one of these and bite the bullet and see how it goes. But I think it might have to be a smaller key one, maybe see how it goes. But yeah, that's that.
Deal.
And I've got.
I think it's going to be a good weekend for you.
Yeah, I'll get loads of pictures and I'll post them up as well. I'll put some up. We have a Facebook page on there still, so but I'll get them up and get some good armies, some good painters in there. I think Verity's currently smashing through his gear right now, trying to get it finished and marked down if he doesn't have everything painted. But that's beside the point. But yeah.
Well,
no, there's some be good stuff. I think it'll be a good day. I think it'll be a really good day actually.
Well, yeah. If it's anything like the one I went to, I'm sure you can have a great day.
Yeah. Be a bit cooler. That's the only thing. And unfortunately, there won't be a massive barbecue afterwards where we can sort of as well
get smashed and break your bench.
Get smashed, break my bench, and play Risk. Did we not?
Yeah, but we sort of did.
Sort of played Risk, didn't we? Yeah, it got a bit out of hand, I think.
I sort of won that as well.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me, really, does it? Because strange enough, you're not competitive, but you win everything.
I get competitive with Risk.
Oh, just Risk, not just one.
Risk. So competitive in
Excellent.
this that I won the Norwegian edition, even though I couldn't read any of the special bonus cards. Still won.
Still one. Smash for Norwegians. That's what I say. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Right. I think we're coming up to 2 hours. We're an hour and 40-ish.
Yeah, I think people will be bored senseless by now, surely. But,
if anyone's watched all the way through, much appreciated.
Yeah.
Even if you wandered off, just the fact you watched it is great.
Yeah, that's great.
We'll be back. I'm hoping to do it a little bit more regularly, really, because it's just like chats and not sort of like planned shows like we're doing with some of the other stuff. I'm hoping maybe every couple of weeks we can get together and have a bit of a,
definitely, yeah.
bit of a chat.
We'll always have subjects to talk about because I'll have hopefully some feedback by the 12th of Feb. Hopefully about Saga as well, to see how so I can give you guys some insight into that as well, to see how.
Yeah, I'll have got some Gangs of Rome games under my belt, and hopefully some other bits and pieces. There's always bits and pieces. My desk is covered in.
Well, yeah.
So. How many systems are on my desk right now? 1, 2.
Oh, don't.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different systems just on my desk. Might be 7 actually. I think there's something hidden away under there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there's always something going on. So I think if we get together every couple of weeks, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. We'll always have something to talk about. So
just keep it going, really, and we've got our members as well. We've got Tim, we've got Andrew, we've got Kieran. So whether it's all of us at once, I don't think we'll ever get all of us at once. But certainly, if it's 3 or 4 of us, maybe sometimes that. You'll hear from different people.
Lively up the debate a bit, won't it?
Yeah, and we can get guests on as well. So I'm sure I'll probably try and get Jamie on in a couple of weeks just to see if he wants to come on and chat about the Kickstarter.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, because see how he's going with it and what he's found so far with it as well. Yeah, because I'm hoping it goes well for him.
Yeah, I mean the model's looking really, really nice, which is why I said they might give me a reason to do some more bot action, but we'll see.
Cool.
We'll see. All right. So thanks everyone for listening. If you're listening in the future and not live, which I assume most of you probably are going to be, then thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. There'll be lots more of this, lots more of us live, lots more hobby, which it never ends, as we've just said, basically. But thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you again soon.
See you guys.